going on, YouTube? This is Her Collects Comics. Thanks for tuning into my YouTube channel. As always, I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch my videos. It's Saturday night, and I haven't been doing a lot of videos lately. I've been going through some personal things, which I'm not going to bore you with here. But it's kind of been the reason why I haven't been making my rounds. And, you know, I have a whole video I've been meaning to do, which I'm not doing tonight. But I'm still around. I'm not going anywhere. And I appreciate those who take the time to watch my videos. So when I first started out in the community, I did a video where I showed off some books that came back from a Todd McFarlane signing that I had submitted back in 2014. And recently I saw, a buddy of mine named Paulie C, who did a video for some books that came back for a sign that he did. And he inspired me to, kind of want to redo my video. I'm going to leave a link to his channel. I know him more so through some comic book Facebook groups that we're both a part of. He's a great collector, and now that I'm subbed to his channel, I'm checking out his videos as they come out. And so the one that I'm talking about where he showed off some books for Todd McFarlane, I'm going to leave a link for that in the info section below. So give the guy a sub. He's a great collector, and again, inspired me to want to do this reshoot. The one that I did back, which is still up when I first started, I did it with my cell phone. So I'm just going to show off a few things here that I've collected over the years, as a fan of Todd McFarlane, fantastic artist. This one here is all of the Venom stories compiled in the first time that they did a trade paperback for that. And it collects issues 298 through 300, and then 315 to 317. And so this is an absolutely fantastic cover, with also a pretty nice pin-up in the back of Eddie Brock and the Venom symbiote. So I've been reading Todd books with Todd McFarlane artwork since back in the day. This one here collects issues 298 to 305, and so I can't even remember how many, because I also collect the individual comics. I have the entire Todd McFarlane run from 298 to 328. And I'm going to eventually do a video just showing off those cover for cover. But this collects, a few of the early on stories. And then when he went over to start doing the Spider-Man title, this is the Torment storyline with the Lizard. And it collects issues 1 through 5. And then also got a nice Spawn trade paperback. This covers issues 1 through 8. Skips 9 and 10. And then collects 11 and 12. So I have also many of the Spawn books as well. I was buying those at my local comic book shop back in the early 90s. And so I have many of those from back then as well. I met Todd McFarlane in 2014 at the New York Comic Con. And I have at the end of my videos a photo with him holding this book up that I got signed by him. The other one was my reader's copy. This is the one that he signed on the inside cover. I don't feel like taking it out of the Mylar. I apologize, but you can take my word for it. And so it's a beautiful signature. Takes up most of the inside cover. And then when I met him that day, after waiting online for 2.5 hours, almost 3 hours, I also got this signed as well. Amazing Spider-Man, the last issue, 700. He signed right there on the eye. So it was nice meeting him. He's a very humble guy. Was mixing it up with all of the fans. Happy to take photographs. Treated everyone very nicely as far as I could see. And I'm going to show off some slabs now as well. I've had a few over the years that I've gotten rid of. I think I sold 2. One with autographs, one just a raw copy from, his Amazing Spider-Man run. But this one here is All-Star Squadron number 47. It's one of the early works that he did. This is from 1985. The stuff that he did before this was for the Coyote, series. I don't have that. I keep saying I should get it eventually. But after that, this is some of the earlier stuff. It predates his run on the Incredible Hulk and Amazing Spider-Man. Another DC, Batman 423. This one's from 1988. I bought this primarily for the cover. I absolutely love it. All of these books were raw books that I had that I submitted for a signing, and then they also got graded. This is a beautiful neon yellow autograph there on the Cape of Batman, graded 9.6. This is Incredible Hulk number 340, a little bit on the lower grade side, 9.2. And it's signed by Stan Lee, Todd McFarlane, and Peter David. Beautiful, iconic cover with, Todd signed there on the claws, and then Peter David, and then Stan Lee. So, I love this cover. Happy to have it in my collection. 9.6, another one, Hulk, number 345. This is one of my all-time favorite covers. I love just the immense size of Hulk on, takes up top to bottom, left to right. I mean, he takes up the entire cover. Signed by Stan Lee and Todd McFarlane there. The Todd McFarlane sig's a little faded because there was a little glitch when I had this out where they did the pressing for the book after it was signed, and the kind of marker that was used, it faded a little bit, but you could still see it. Stan's is fine. It's only Todd's it was an oil marker. So note to pressers, if there is a certain kind of oil marker that was used, you can't press that book after it's been signed, or it ends up kind of peeling and fading. Mine's not that bad, but you can see it if you look close up. But I love this cover. I've been wanting to get a 9.8, just a regular blue CGC label. They go for quite a bit. It's I guess because of the purple, you can see the spine ticks if it breaks color very easily, the white. And so it has to be pristine to get the 9.8, but hopefully someday I'll be able to get it. This is one of my favorites. Got another McFarlane cover here. This one's not autographed. It's New Mutants 87. He did this with Rob Liefeld, but, still definitely a nice book to have in the collection. I had also a 9.6, which I got rid of at the last New York Comic Con. I included that with a few other slabs to get Giant Size X-Men number 1. So I don't have the 9.6 anymore, but I kept the 9.8. This is one of my all-time favorites, one of my prized possessions in my collection. Amazing Spider-Man 300, signed by Stan Lee, Todd McFarlane, and David Michelinie. I have the entire run raw for Todd McFarlane, but I need to get another reader's copy of this, and, just like $100 copy. I don't need it to be mint, but I want to have a reader's copy to complete my run. But I also have it graded. So this is one of my favorites, triple signed, 9.8. And then this one here is just a regular one. It's not signed, but it's one of my favorite covers. Amazing Spider-Man 316, iconic cover with Venom and Spider-Man. This is just one of my all-time favorites. I also love how he did the little sketches in the bottom left-hand corner. I hate these books with the barcode. I have a thing for that. I know there are collectors that prefer the barcode, but for me, I always want it. If there's a head bust or a sketch, I have to have that instead of the barcode. So this is 9.8. Amazing Spider-Man 316. I love that cover. And then also a 9.4 copy of the last issue that Todd McFarlane did for Amazing Spider-Man, number 328. This is the one where Spider-Man obtains those cosmic powers, and he puts a whooping on the Gray Hulk and, knocks him off the cover almost. So this is 9.4. If I can get a 9.6 or 9.8 down the line, I will. But that's my Todd McFarlane collection. I'm a fan. I collect many other things as well, but he's one of the artists whose, things over the years I collect. I'm more of a fan of his early Marvel stuff than anything else, but I have a number of Spawn things in my collection too. So I appreciate you guys watching my video. Shout out to Paulie C. I'm going to leave a link to his channel in the info section, and I'll catch you guys down the line. I'll be back with another video soon. Thanks for sticking around.